everyone, it's Shauna the Tax Goddess and Chief Tax Strategist for TaxGoddess.com, StrategicTaxCoach.com, and DropMyTaxes.com. So I am super, super happy to be here today with our expert, Mr. Trey Vineyard from SharpPoint. So thank you very much for being here, Trey.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. Here on Tax Strategies That Save Entrepreneurs Thousands, we are dedicated to helping business owners reduce their tax burdens in all the legal ways possible, and of course, bringing you guys education, entertainment, and or inspiration. So that's why we've brought Trey here today. Today, we're going to be covering where to begin planning for your future. And I'm really excited about this topic because, there's a lot of people way back in the day, you would get a job and you would work for a company for 30 years, right? And then you would retire. You'd get the gold watch, you'd retire. Okay, well, a lot of people now are becoming self-employed. They've worked for somebody else for a couple of years and they just don't like it. They don't want to do it. So they're out there on their own. And that's you guys. That's my young crowd for Tax Strategies That Save Entrepreneurs Thousands. So I'm super excited about today's topic. So if this is your first time here with us today, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon. We want to make sure that we are notifying you when any of our new content comes out. And remember that you can download our free ebook, 10 Ways to Save 10K on Your Taxes right now from TaxGoddess.com. So let's jump right in. Trey, tell us, okay, where do I begin planning for my future?
So it starts with discipline.
Ooh.
It really comes down to having the discipline to plan for something that far out in the future. And it doesn't necessarily have to be planning for retirement, but it's also planning for now. Making sure that you're creating the discipline necessary to support your financial needs and goals along the way. And so to your point, the discipline or the burden has been shifted to the self-employed, to the employees, away from corporations. Their pensions are going away, right? So the 401k worlds, the retirement planning is all shifting the burden to the individual, the employee, or the business owner. So, especially for those business owners, as you well know, is their focus is on the growth of their business. And sometimes they neglect to take a step back and protect themselves, protect their employees, plan for the future, because they're so ingrained and so driven to focus on their primary baby.
Yeah, they're working in it, not on the whole big picture of it.
Right. Yeah. So, it starts with discipline and really taking the advantage of time. The rule of thumb, right? We've all heard this is, 10% of take home goes into savings. And it's actually tried and true. And if you can't afford 10%, for those of you that are early on, that are just getting started, that are afraid to go talk to a professional, that's the time to go talk to somebody. You don't need assets. Find someone that you trust. Find someone that you can engage with that can give you the initial tools or the tool set, right? You're not going to have a full garage of equipment, but start with that small toolbox to get you started, right? And use those friends, use those professionals that to give you that guidance. Today's day and age on the internet, do some Googling, do some internet research. Can get you in trouble, but it could also benefit you.
I was about to say, how do you know who to trust? I mean, okay, obviously for any of our listeners out there, you can trust this guy. But, if you're just Googling, how do you know, how do you know who to trust?
Yeah, from the Google standpoint, the internet standpoint is you'll get some basic framework and foundation, but it doesn't take long. You're just one interaction or engagement away from a friend or a colleague that's in the financial arena that can give you and provide you that guidance. So don't be afraid to get started. And if you think you started too late, that's the other crux is I should have started years ago. Well, we're in the now, we're in the present. So what can we do with the present moment? And to circle back to what I was saying about discipline, if it's, Americans are historically good bill payers. They receive their bill, they pay their bill on time. Why not pay yourself first? Why not create a billing system for yourself, right? And pay that bill every month, whether it's on automatic deductions from your bank account to fund some other investment vehicle or some other account that's out of sight, out of mind. It could be as simple as $25 a month. It doesn't matter. It's creating that behavior. It's creating that consistency. Then that 25 turns into 50, and then that 50 turns into 100, then it turns into 500, and it keeps expanding, and you're already used to paying that bill. So pay yourself first.
Love it, love it, love it. And I've actually seen diagrams. So when we post this video, I'll see if I can find a good picture. I saw a diagram once that, you know, here's your check, and right off the bat, automatically, you put a portion of it, like you don't even do this, right? If you're your own employer, set it up through your payroll company. If you work for somebody else, set it up through payroll, where a piece of it goes to your main checking account where you pay your mortgage and your groceries and whatever. And a piece of it, this 10%, goes to, you said, out of sight, out of mind. For me, that's huge, right? We use it in the tax world all the time. My numbers tends to be bigger. 30% goes to the government, but set up a separate account at a separate bank that you don't have online banking set up. You don't have access to. You can't easily transfer. You can't get the money back out of, because that way it's just going over there, as you said, every month, every whatever. Now, I have a question for you, because I have seen some of these programs like Acorns where, you know, they'll set up like Roundup, you know, if you spend $1.50, it'll take that extra 50 cents, it'll charge you $2 and take the 50 cents and put it into effectively a separate savings account. How do you feel about programs like that?
Yeah, I think they're great. I think they're fabulous programs. They have, you know, even you have like budgeting tools like Mint.com and things of that nature. I think they're fabulous, and it creates that you become more comfortable, right? You know, you're left brain, right brain, right? You're like, a lot of people are into the finances versus I don't even want to deal with it. I just, you know, use my debit card and find a way
hope there's money.
And you don't have to become an expert, but just become knowledgeable or aware of the financial arena. And, you know, whether you like it or not, it's intertwined in our lives. It's how we exchange goods. It's how we exchange, you know, value. And so being prudent, being disciplined will provide you that sense of security and safety in the time that you need it.
Cool. Cool. And, you know, one of the things that you mentioned very early in this particular video is that you were talking about this isn't necessarily planning for retirement. You know, if you're 20, 25, 30, this isn't planning for when you're 70, right? This could be planning for, you know, I know that I want to get married. I know that I want to buy a house. I know that I want to buy a Corvette. Whatever it is, right? You might have a goal that is along the way to retirement. So
exactly, to your point, you know, we're here to help with collaboration. You know, if you're an employee in working with a big company and they're providing a 401k, we're here to help support you, give you some guidance on how to support that. And to your point is, yeah, it's about planning for now, planning for the future, and that future could be retirement. You know, it could be something small there. It could be planning for an emergency fund. And the thing is you know, if you find someone that you're working with and you trust, we hold you accountable. And I think that's the best and or scariest. Why people don't actually, you know, come to us, because they don't want to be held accountable for those things. But it's important that you lean on and collaborate with others, whether it's in the financial reason, you know, arena, or, you know, what other aspects of your life, because accountability is key, and you don't have to do it alone.
There we go. Love it. And that's a perfect line to end on. Don't do it alone. To have support is huge. Ask questions. You heard that about 50 times in today's presentation. So Trey, thank you so much, as usual, for being an amazing expert for us. We really appreciate both Mr. Trey Vineyard and SharpPoint. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Always a pleasure.
Oh, yay. So thank you very much, all of our audience out there. You know, we always want to bring you value in the form of education, entertainment, and or inspiration. So we hope we did that for you here today. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Of course, you can also join our Facebook group, Tax Strategies That Save Entrepreneurs Thousands, and Mr. Trey Vineyard is in there. I know he can't answer super technical questions. You'll have to go talk to him, but oh darn, he's pretty cool. So go talk to him anyway. And of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, you can always reach out to us at taxgoddess.com, strategictaxcoach.com, or Drop My Taxes. You can subscribe to our newsletters. You can join the Facebook group. You can listen to our podcast on Tax Goddess Live, whatever. We love you. You love us. We're here to support you. So click subscribe, click the little bell icon, and signing off with Tax Love, your tax goddess and chief tax strategist, Shauna. Thanks, Trey.
Thanks, Shauna.